Welkom by nog 'n uitgawe van Freedom to Trade. My naam is Hendrik Kreer. Ek is die woordvoerder van kleinsakeontwikkeling in die parlement vir die DA. Saam met my is Michael Bagram, woordvoerder van arbeid in die parlement vir die DA, as ook Sid Paimer, uitvoerende direkteur van die Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Kaapstad. Hulle lede bestaan hoofsaaklik uit kleinsake, ondernemings, en ek verstaan ook, hulle is een van die grootste sakekamers in Afrika. Ek wil by hom uitvind, wat maak hulle chamber so gewild vir klein sake, dat hulle een van die grootstes in Afrika is, as ook, wat se invloed COVID-19 op hulle lede gehad het, op die klein sake ondernemings in Kaapstad, en laastens wat doen julle vir hierdie klein sakeondernemings in Kaapstad wat gekwes is deur COVID-19 en nou moet opstaan? Wat doen jy om hulle te help opstaan? Dankie Sid en baie welkom by hierdie uitgawe.
Baie dankie vir die uitnodiging. Let me revert to English, otherwise we're going to break the 10-minute barrier.
Yes, baie welkom.
Okay. Why are we the largest and oldest chamber in Africa? Michael probably knows it because he's been around a long time, although we are 216 years old. The Cape Chamber has always been very innovative as a Chamber of Commerce. We've been, as much as we support our member base, we've also been supported by members in the region who find that association with a Chamber of Commerce is important on a number of levels. The first is that we lobby on their behalf, so we keep politicians like you in check. We also what we call serve, enable, and lead business. And the quest is to provide value add constantly for our member base. And I think the reason we've remained so large is that there's this constant quest for value add and not rest on your laurels and expect people to just join the Chamber of Commerce because you are the Chamber of Commerce. And also, you know, you need to compete with things like Google and Facebook. They weren't around 216 years ago. So the Chamber also has to be incredibly flexible to cater for its member base. The effect of COVID-19 on our members, like everywhere else, in many cases has been devastating. There are many members who have adapted. There are members who have profited. There are some members who profited on protective equipment. They got a fine, but and then, you know, the large members obviously have resources who can see it through. But the smaller members, it's very, very difficult. And in the Cape, we're very dependent on tourism and hospitality. So you're looking at restaurants and things like that, where, you know, in lockdown, there are very few options. That will buoy our exports up a little bit. In that we'll still see some economic activity from the region because people have to eat. But it's been very difficult for the small business. I think what's even more difficult is the fact to accept the fact, actually, that we have to see winter through. And that I don't think economic activity will drop much through winter, but certainly the measures will become stricter. And as we saw yesterday, they already have. Michael and I are going to have to distill our own drinks from now on. But it's just not going to be an easy ride. So to support our members, obviously, is to be there for them. Our support varies across the board. My container of olives is stuck in the market, in the port. How do I get it out? My workers in the factory, my late shift, have to get home, and now there's a curfew. How do I get them home? Or what can I do? So a lot of the issues we deal with are specific issues, but the main thing we do is that we keep people connected. Although we've never been as technically connected as we are today, we've never been as socially disconnected. And the reason the chamber is so strong is that we provide that real social connection as well, in addition to the value adds, in addition to lobbying on your behalf, and all the other activities that we do. And then, yeah, and also we have things like summits. We have the lockdown summit, where we bring in the various sectors, and then we allow them a slot on the summit, and we look at practical advice on how to deal with these things. And then we integrate our members as much as we can, although mostly it's virtual now. And then why, and what are we doing ourselves, as your last question? We were lucky. About a year ago, I decided everyone should be able to work remotely. So we all had laptops and we were all set. And but my managers complained, how can I manage the people remotely? And so I thought, you know what? Okay, I'll just put it on ice. And when lockdown came, in 24 hours, we were all working remotely. So it shows you how much influence I have. But it took us 24 hours to pivot. And our strategy is one word. Our strategy is engagement. The more engaged we have members and potential members, the healthier the chamber is. And we've increased our engagement during lockdown. We have an average of 200 events a year. If I have to extrapolate what we've done since lockdown, we're looking at an average for the 12 months of 300 events for the year. So, that's what it's for us. It's all about engagement. It's about adding value to members. It's about being here for them. And it's about building the local economy, although we have members all over the world, and being able to change and to remain flexible, but to do that on behalf of the people that you serve.
Thank you. Thank you very much. If I may just thank Sid Pimer, the Executive Director of the Cape Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm Michael Bagram. I'm the Labour Portfolio Spokesperson for the Democratic Alliance. My business, Bagram's Attorneys, has been a member of the Cape Chamber now for over 30 years, funnily enough. And I've found it incredibly useful, and also not only useful in terms of information and meeting up with people, but in fact with business contacts. One of the big things that the Chamber does, and I'm very proud of it, is that the Chamber has these events where you meet up with people, and then the Chamber members do business with Chamber members, and it gets the whole structure of business going, which is wonderful. Both Henro Kruger and I involved with small business through politics, unlike you said, which the Chamber is apolitical. They don't belong to any political movement at all. But both of us belonging to the Democratic Alliance, we involved with small business, and we value organizations such as the Cape Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And you're doing an absolutely fantastic job. I know Henro has been working day and night now since the lockdown to ensure that small business not only survives, but thrives. And so to hear from you, Sid, has been fantastic. Keep up your great work. I know, and I still attend your meetings, and I see enormous value in it, and we wish you great strength to your arm. So thank you very much for that, and over to you, Henro.
Baie dankie Michael en dankie Sid. En ek dink die boodskap wat ons vandag aan klein sake moet bring is, jy moet deel wees van georganiseerde handel. Soos werkers en werknemers deel is van georganiseerde arbeid, so moet besigheid en klein sake deel wees van georganiseerde handel, en dit kan hulle deur hulle sakekamer of Chamber of Commerce kry.